and he is known all over this nation as the Goat Man.
"1961 was not all crisis, however. In that year, Twiggs County's Chess McCartney, otherwise known as the Goat Man, hooked his herd of goats up to his ramshackle wagon and prepared for another cross-country trip. The Goat Man lived in an equally ramshackle trailer on US 80 near Jeffersonville. He caught the eye of numerous tourists in the days before Interstate 16 emptied the highway of through traffic, but when he took to the road, he was even more of an attention-getter. In fact, the local law dreaded his pilgrimages, his slow-moving goats and wagon, and people stopping to look tied up traffic for miles. Chess kept up those cross-country rambles until just a few years ago, when his age finally caught up with him.
30-odd years on the road, he traveled hundreds of thousands of miles and had been in 49 of the 50 states and into Canada. In order for you to understand his way of life, I feel it only proper to give you some of his background.
And it was during the Depression that most people think that he lost his farm. And indirectly he did, but actually he lost it due to a, I guess what you'd call a grocery bill that he owed. He swapped out the farm, which was actually his mother's property, in exchange for this grocery bill being paid off. And he almost was killed at this time. Sometime during the early part of the Depression, he was working for the WPA and a tree fell on him. Supposedly left him out in the woods for hours before they ever found him, and when the people found him, they thought he was dead, took him to the local funeral home, and the mortician was sticking his arm with the embalming needle to prepare the body when he woke up. And so, you know, he was hurt real bad, and if you look closely, you can see how his left arm is real severely deformed. And as a result, he was disabled, and this was back in the days when welfare was just getting started. So rather than go on welfare, he decided that he'd rather go on the road with his goats. Couldn't do anything else for a living.
In the 1930s, early 1940s, Charlie McCartney headed his team of goats south. With his postcard business intact, he started a new vocation: preaching.